The text explores the mindset differences between the wealthy and the poor, based on the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Eker. It argues that adopting a rich mindset is crucial for wealth accumulation and financial success. The speaker, Alan, outlines key distinctions in how rich and poor people think about money, opportunities, and work. These differences impact actions and ultimately determine financial outcomes. The analysis covers 6 main contrasts, such as focusing on opportunities versus obstacles, getting paid based on results versus time, and prioritizing net worth over income. Ultimately, the text advocates for a shift in thinking as a prerequisite for achieving financial prosperity.
All right, let's dive into some really cool insights about wealth, and how our mindset plays a role.
Yeah, it's always fascinating, isn't it? How the way we think can really shape our financial reality.
It really is. And today, we're going to be unpacking this video that breaks down Harv Eker's book, Secrets of the Millionaire Mind.
Oh, a classic.
Yeah, it is. And, specifically, we're looking at 6 key differences that he talks about between how wealthy people think, compared to those who maybe struggle financially.
Ooh, sounds like we're about to crack the code of the millionaire mindset.
That's the goal. So first up, Eker argues, rich people work hard to get rich while poor people just want to be rich.
Right.
And he uses this really interesting analogy of a fruit tree.
Ooh, I like this one.
Yeah, it's a good one. So he says, you can't just wish for better fruit, right? You can't just, hope that the fruit on the tree will magically become better.
You got to tend to those roots.
Exactly. You have to tend to the roots. And the roots in this case, represent our mindset.
I think that's such a great visual, because it really highlights how important that foundation is.
Absolutely.
Right? And what I find fascinating is that Eker actually breaks down desire into these 3 levels: wanting to be rich, choosing to be rich, and then actually committing to be rich.
Oh, interesting.
And it's that last level, the commitment, that really sets the stage for action.
Right, because it's one thing to say, I want to be rich, or even I choose to be rich.
Right, exactly.
But to actually commit, to really put in the work, that's where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, that's where the magic happens.
And, the video mentioned Elon Musk, practically living in the Tesla factory just to get those first cars out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, talk about commitment. But do you think that level of intensity is always necessary?
That's a great question. While Musk's dedication is definitely inspiring, I don't necessarily think it has to be that extreme for everyone. I think commitment can manifest, in different ways. For some people, it might be about setting aside a specific amount of time each day to work on their business.
Right.
For others, it might be about consistently investing a portion of their income.
Makes sense.
The key is that you're aligning your actions with your goals.
Consistently,
exactly. Making deliberate choices, and yes, sometimes making sacrifices.
Right. But it doesn't necessarily mean you have to, burn yourself out.
Exactly. It's about finding that sustainable approach.
Yeah. Finding what works for you.
Right. Finding what works for you. Now, speaking of taking action, Eker's next point is that rich people focus on opportunities, while poor people focus on obstacles.
Oh, that's a good one. So it's all about perspective, then, would you say?
It really is, yeah. It's kind of like that classic, is the glass half full or half empty question.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
The wealthy, they tend to see the potential where others might just see, risk or roadblocks.
They see the opportunity.
They see the opportunity, and they go for it.
And it's not that they're fearless.
No, not at all. They definitely feel fear.
But they don't let it paralyze them.
Yeah, they don't let fear control their decisions.
And the video actually uses this bold quote, I shoot first and aim later, from a war veteran, to kind of illustrate this point.
Wow. Okay.
I know it's a little extreme, but it does emphasize the importance of just taking that decisive action.
I understand the sentiment, I do, but I think it is important to, add a little nuance here.
Yeah.
Calculated risks are one thing.
Right.
But just being reckless, that can lead to, disaster.
Yeah, absolutely.
The key is to do your due diligence, right?
Right.
Assess the potential downsides, but then when you see an opportunity that's worthwhile, you got to act decisively.
Yeah, you got to be ready to jump on it.
Exactly.
And, it makes me think of Warren Buffett.
Oh, yeah.
Who spends an insane amount of time reading financial reports. That's his version of aiming,
yes,
right?
his homework.
Exactly. He does his homework so that when the opportunity arises, he's ready to strike.
Precisely. He's known for capitalizing on those downturns when everyone else is panicking.
Smart, right.
Very smart.
Yeah.
And it's a good reminder, for our listeners out there.
Yes.
Don't let fear hold you back from seizing those opportunities that align with your goals and your risk tolerance.
Exactly. Take calculated risks, but don't be afraid to take action.
Right.
All right, moving on, Equals' third point really challenges, this traditional idea of what people consider a stable job.
Oh, yeah.
He states, rich people are paid based on results, while poor people are paid based on time.
Interesting.
So it's about, breaking free from that traditional 9 to 5 trading hours for, a fixed income.
It is. It's about thinking beyond that limited mindset.
Right.
Wealthy individuals, they often structure their work so that their earnings are, directly tied to the value they create.
It's performance-based, right?
Exactly.
It reminds me of the video even mentioned that Elon Musk didn't take a salary for 16 years at Tesla.
Oh, wow.
He opted for stock options instead.
Talk about betting on yourself.
Right. But, it paid off, right?
It certainly did. And that's a prime example of aligning your incentives with your goals.
Yeah.
Right? It's about thinking beyond just a steady paycheck and focusing on building something with, potentially unlimited upside.
Absolutely. But, I think it's important to note that this doesn't mean everyone needs to go out and start a business, right?
Right, exactly.
There are ways to implement this principle even within a traditional job. So what would you say to someone who's maybe listening and thinking, well, I have a regular job. How can I apply this mindset?
I would say, even in a traditional job, you can look for opportunities to contribute beyond, your basic job description.
Take initiative.
Take initiative, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Focus on delivering measurable results.
So even within a traditional structure, you can still, position yourself for those performance-based rewards.
Absolutely. You can create opportunities for yourself.
Right. Open up those avenues for greater earning potential.
Exactly.
Okay, so shifting gears a bit, the fourth distinction Eker makes is that rich people focus on their net worth, while poor people focus on their working income.
Okay.
And he points out how, like Forbes' rich lists, they rank people by their net worth, not their annual salary.
Not their salary. Right. It's all about net worth.
But can you clarify what exactly is meant by net worth?
Yeah, of course.
Because I think some people might, be unfamiliar with the term.
Totally. Net worth, it's basically like a snapshot of your overall financial health at a specific point in time.
Okay.
It's calculated by taking the total value of everything you own, your assets, things like your house, your investments, savings,
Okay.
and then subtracting your liabilities, which are, basically your debts, like mortgages, loans, things like that.
So it's really a more holistic picture than just looking at your income.
Right, exactly. It paints a much clearer picture of your financial standing.
Gotcha. So it's about, building up those assets.
Right.
And managing your debts effectively.
And the wealthy, they understand this.
Yeah.
They don't just park their money in a low-interest savings account,
They're not letting it just sit there.
No, they're putting it to work. They understand the importance of making their money work for them.
So they're investing it.
They're investing it in things that have the potential to appreciate in value, generate passive income.
Yeah. Which brings us to our next point, wouldn't you say?
Oh, you read my mind. Eker's fifth point is that rich people make money work for them, while poor people work for money.
So it's about breaking away from that constant, trading time for money, that grind.
Yeah, exactly. It's about creating a system where your money is generating more money, even when you're not actively working.
Right, building wealth while you sleep kind of thing.
Exactly. Think about rental income from real estate, dividends from stocks.
Passive income.
Passive income streams, exactly. That's your money working for you.
And the video even quoted Warren Buffett saying, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
A bit dramatic, but it definitely gets the point across.
It does. It highlights the importance of thinking long-term.
Right.
Passive income, it's not about getting rich quick schemes.
Right.
It's about building that foundation for financial freedom and security.
So what are you doing, dear listener, to make your money work harder for you?
That's the question.
Are you exploring investment options?
Right.
Thinking about those passive income streams? These are important questions to ask yourself.
They really are.
All right, so moving on to the last difference that Eker highlights. He says that rich people constantly learn and grow, while poor people think they already know everything.
Ooh, that's a big one.
It is, right? It's all about, having that growth mindset.
Versus a fixed mindset.
Exactly. Recognizing that knowledge is power.
Especially in today's world.
Especially today. Yeah, everything's changing so rapidly.
Right. You got to keep learning to stay ahead.
Exactly. And the wealthy, they get that, right?
They understand that continuous learning is essential.
And the video even mentioned Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates,
Oh, yeah. Great examples.
both known for their dedication to learning despite, being incredibly busy.
Yeah, they're always reading, learning, growing.
It's inspiring, right? But, you don't have to be a tech mogul to embrace this principle.
Not at all.
It's about being open to new ideas, seeking out knowledge, and never stopping that learning process.
And there's that classic quote, if you think education is expensive, try ignorance.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Right. The cost of not investing in your knowledge and skills that far outweighs any financial investment you could make.
Absolutely.
And, it ties back to our earlier point about opportunities, right?
Oh, I see that, yeah.
When you commit to lifelong learning, you're equipping yourself to identify and seize those opportunities that others might miss.
Because you're prepared.
Exactly. You're ready for anything.
So we've covered 5 key mindset distinctions so far.
5 down, 1 to go.
And it's fascinating how they all kind of build upon each other, right?
They do. It's like we're putting together the pieces of this millionaire mindset puzzle.
And it all comes back to that powerful fruit tree analogy, right?
Right. If you want to change the fruit, you got to nurture those roots, cultivate that mindset that's conducive to growth, abundance, and ultimately, financial success.
It's been a great reminder that our thoughts really do shape our reality.
They really do,
Absolutely.
especially when it comes to our finances.
Absolutely.
And, one of the most insightful things I took away from that video was about the order of operations for success.
Oh, interesting.
Rich people become, then do, then have.
Wow, that is thought-provoking.
It is, right. So it's not about, I need to get rich so I can finally be happy and do the things I want.
It's about the mindset first.
It's about developing the mindset, the habits, the beliefs that align with financial abundance.
Right. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts wealth and success.
Exactly. And remember, dear listener, this is a journey, not a destination.
We're all on this journey together.
We are. So as we wrap up this first part of our deep dive into wealth and mindset, I want to leave you with this question. What's one small step you can take today to start thinking more like a wealthy person?
What's one tiny shift you can make?
Is it challenging a limiting belief? Is it looking into a new investment opportunity? Or maybe it's just starting to shift your perspective from scarcity to abundance.
Whatever it is, just start with that one small step.
Exactly, and see where it leads you.
It's about progress, not perfection.
Absolutely. And remember, even small changes can have a big impact over time. So are you ready to uncover that last key difference Eker talks about?
Oh, absolutely. I'm hooked. What's the final piece of this millionaire mindset puzzle?
Well, he says that rich people think both, while poor people think either.
Both. Okay, I'm intrigued but a little lost. Can you break that down a bit more?
Sure, it's about, embracing abundance, the idea that you don't always have to choose, that you can have it all.
Oh, I like where this is going.
Yeah. Like, poor people often think, I can either be honest or I can be rich.
Yeah, I can see that.
But wealthy people think, I can be both honest and be rich.
Right. No need to compromise.
Exactly. And this applies to everything, not just money. The wealthy believe they can be successful in business and have a fulfilling family life.
They can have their cake and eat it too.
Right. They can be driven and ambitious and compassionate and generous.
So it's about breaking free from that scarcity mindset, believing there's enough for everyone.
Exactly. Expanding your horizons, embracing the possibility that you can achieve multiple goals, without sacrificing one for the other.
And I can see how that ties back to what we were discussing earlier about opportunities. If you have that both-hand mindset, you're naturally going to be more open to different possibilities and solutions.
Absolutely. It's about seeing the connections, understanding that success in one area of your life can actually enhance your success in other areas.
Right, like having a supportive family can give you the strength to pursue your business goals.
Exactly. Or maybe your financial success allows you to give back to your community or support a cause you're passionate about.
It all works together.
It does. And it creates this beautiful cycle of abundance and fulfillment.
Okay, so instead of getting stuck in those limitations, we should be thinking about how to integrate different parts of our lives and pursue multiple goals at the same time.
Yes. It's a powerful shift. And remember, dear listener, this isn't just about money.
Oh, right.
This both-hand thinking can apply to anything. Think about it. Do you believe you can be both healthy and enjoy delicious food?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Can you be both a loving parent and a dedicated professional? Challenge those either or beliefs and see how it transforms your world.
Love it. So now we've explored all 6 of those key differences Eker talks about. How fascinating is that?
It's been quite a journey. Really gets you thinking, huh?
It really does. It's like we've taken a deep dive into the mind of a millionaire, understanding how they see the world and approach challenges.
And it all comes back to that, that powerful analogy we started with, the fruit tree.
The roots.
The roots. If we want to change the fruit, we got to focus on nurturing those roots, cultivating the right mindset.
It's been an awesome reminder that our thoughts truly shape our reality, especially when it comes to our finances.
They really do.
Yeah.
And speaking of shaping reality, one of the most interesting things the video pointed out was the order of operations for success.
Okay, what do they mean by that?
Well, it said that rich people become, then do, then have.
Okay, I think I'm starting to get it.
So it's not about, oh, I need to get rich so I can finally be happy or do all the things I want. It's more about
Working on yourself first.
exactly developing the mindset, the habits, the beliefs that align with abundance and success.
Right, it's about becoming the type of person who naturally attracts wealth and opportunity.
You got it. And remember, dear listener, this is a journey, not a race.
We're all figuring it out as we go.
We are. So as we wrap up this part of our deep dive into the millionaire mindset, let me ask you this. What's one small thing you can do today to start thinking more like a wealthy person?
Yeah, just one small step, one tiny shift.
Is it challenging a limiting belief? Maybe it's researching a new investment strategy. Or could it be as simple as starting to view the world from a place of abundance rather than scarcity?
Whatever it is, just start somewhere.
Exactly. Remember, even small changes can have a big impact over time.
You know, it's really interesting how just changing the way you think about things, even slightly, can make such a big difference in, like, your financial journey.
Oh, absolutely. And the best part is it's completely within our control. We can actually choose to adopt these wealthy thinking habits.
Yeah. And one thing that really stuck with me from the video was how the wealthy view money as a tool.
Yeah, that's key.
They're not, afraid of it. They
Wow.
don't worship it or anything.
Right.
It's just a resource to manage and use wisely.
Exactly. It's about developing a healthy relationship with money. It's not about being greedy or materialistic. It's about recognizing the power that money has to, create positive change.
Like using your wealth to, support causes that are important to you.
Right.
Invest in your education.
Yeah, or create opportunities for other people.
Yeah, exactly. It's about like aligning your financial goals with your values.
Precisely. It all comes back to that both-hand thinking we were talking about.
Oh, right.
You can be financially successful and make a meaningful contribution to the world.
So it's not about choosing one or the other.
No, not at all. You can have both.
You can accumulate wealth and use it for good.
Exactly. And,
Yeah.
this reminds me of something we were discussing earlier about Warren Buffett.
Oh, yeah.
Despite his, incredible wealth, he's known for being very frugal.
Right.
And he's committed to
He was
philanthropy.
giving a lot of it away.
He is. And I think that's such a great example of, someone who really has a healthy perspective on money.
Yeah, he gets it.
He understands its power, but he doesn't let it define him.
It's inspiring to see that kind of balance,
It is.
It shows that you can be really wealthy and still live a grounded life.
Yeah, a purposeful life.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm curious to hear your final thoughts.
Okay.
What's one, key takeaway you hope our listeners walk away with today?
I think the most important takeaway is that creating wealth really starts in your mind.
Yeah.
It's about those beliefs, those habits, those perspectives.
Yeah, that foundation we were talking about.
Exactly. Embrace that growth mindset. Be open to new possibilities. And, remember, it's a journey,
Not a destination.
not a destination. So be patient with yourself, celebrate those small wins, and never stop learning and growing.
I love that. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this deep dive into wealth and mindset. It's been fun.
It has.
And remember, true wealth is about way more than just money.
So much more.
It's about living a life that's fulfilling, and purposeful.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe so you can stay updated with our latest content. May they bring you mindfulness and warmth. Feel free to share the channel with friends. You never know how much it could uplift their life. Until next time.